Welcome back. In our last session, we designed our initial square here using the first letter of our first name and the first letter of our last name, and we drew a little border around the outside edge. Here are just two examples to kind of give you a feel for what we're doing. With your letters and your side border, you may choose either the warm colors, which are here, red, yellow, and orange, or you may choose the cool colors, green, blue, and purple, and I use two kinds of greens. Okay, you can use a combination of cool colors. You don't have to use all of them as long as your colors are cool. Then, as you can see from my two examples, when I did the watercoloring, the background was the opposite family. The background here is warm where the letters are cool, and the background here is cool where the letters were warm. So what you're going to do is you're going to use oil pastels. Okay, our oil pastels are coming in a box like this. Click it off. Okay, here's the lid. And you're going to use oil pastels. I'm going to choose to make my letters and border warm colors. So if I want to get started on that, I would go through and pick warm colors. Here is a red, a pink, yellow, orange. I could probably find some other reddish oranges and some yellowish oranges and some peach and different other colors. You can use whatever you want as long as it's warm. Remember, with oil pastel, if you want to, you can take them out of the paper so that you can kind of use them to your better ability. If you've got any paper, please throw it in the trash. Don't just put it back into the bin. Then you're going to start coloring. Okay, with your oil pastel, make sure you color really hard. You press hard so that it's got full color into the spot. So I'm going to start with my M. I'm going to use this lovely pink here. Okay, and I'm going to color in these letters really well. Okay, make sure that you push hard so that you've got a nice thick color, so that when you get to the watercolor part of it, there's a good watercolor resist and the watercolor doesn't get into your letters. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that all of you at 3rd grade know how to color. So Mr. Lundgren, if you want to, you can fast forward this and talk over it and kind of just highlight parts about the coloring and the color choices. And maybe you want to just make sure you remind them what to do when they get to the end with the outlining. Okay? Okay, at this point you've got your coloring mainly done, and then I want you to choose a dark color. If you can find black, I would use black. Some of you might not be able to find black, and I'll try to come around and get you to find a black. If you don't find one, choose a dark color. I think this, oh look, it is a black, fantastic. You could use a dark blue or something, but try to find black, because black will give you a kind of nice outline. And what I want you to do is just outline your letters so that they stand out nicely and they have a different kind of thing going on from the background. Okay, again, make sure you're paying attention to which letter is overlapping, which letter is on top, so that as you're doing it, you've got you can kind of control the design and make the design work for you, rather than kind of seeing the old pencil lines that you don't really want there in the first place, and making sure they look nice. I'm going to take this border, do the border here, so we've got a nice edge. Like that. Okay? And I'm going to actually take this and color right over this L part here, because that black, that red kind of got smeared there. Okay? So that being the kind of finished product, you've got a nice outline around your letters and a nice place to start with the watercolor next time when we get there. Once you get done, make sure you clean up all your oil pastels, put them back in the box, make sure the lid goes back on and they go back in the drawer where they belong. Okay? Once you get to this point, raise your hand, call me over, we'll take a look at it, we'll talk about it, we'll see if it's done well. If it is, we'll move on to the next part, which is the watercoloring of your artwork.